Hello and welcome to Market Wrap with Raja. Today was the expiry day, and we saw that every bullish sentiment was laid to rest. Be it Nifty, be it Bank Nifty, and all the supports which we have been speaking about, they all came undone. But then, if you have been watching my videos and if you have been following me, hey, but let me ask you, have you clicked the like button? Have you hit the subscribe button? And have you hit the bell notification? If you have not, you have missed out some fantastic levels which I have been sharing. And you can see that Nifty dipped down exactly to the levels which I had mentioned in my previous video. It has come down to 13,800, and from there it is showing some semblance of support. So जैसे कि कहते हैं कि मार्केट में एक गाइडेंस की ज़रूरत है, मार्केट में कोई जानकारी की ज़रूरत है, and that is what I am trying to provide in my videos. This is Raja Venkatraman. I'm the co-founder of NeoTrader and also your trading influencer. Been in the markets for more than 15 years, happily married with a loving wife and an energetic son who keeps me on the run just like the markets. So we have been speaking about important threshold levels, important support levels. If broken, what will happen, what to do next, etc., etc., etc. लेकिन इस दायरे के बीच कैसे काम करना है, that is going to be an important agenda right now because if I did look into the previous years, I saw a seasonality analysis and I had spoken about in my previous videos that the month of January does not look to be great, and that's what exactly has happened. Yes, compared to the previous years, we did see a better performance, but still we are going to end the month on a negative note. Well, we have just one solitary day for the markets to show some strength, but then we know how many people are trapped under the debris, and we know that they are going to come back when the market shows some signs of recovery. But then markets are something which we have got to understand and we got to interpret. And ahead of the budget season, budget session rather, which is going to be on February 1st, whether the Halwa Ka Jalwa is going to come and give us some push, some signs of strength, or we are going to witness further deterioration of the indices and thus leading us to more decline. So that's what we are going to see. And when you take a look at the option chain, you find that the current pain point in Nifty continues to be around 13,900. It has shifted now lower, hovering around the 14,000 mark, and the Bank Nifty is hovering around the 30,000 mark, 30,100. So that's going to be a key level to watch out for as we head into the next week. But then when you take a look at the scenario, when you take a look at the mood, पब्लिक अब भी थोड़ी उम्मीद रख रहे हैं कि थोड़ी बुलिशनेस नजर आ जाए एंड दे वंस अगेन गेट बैक वेल the corona traders definitely were in the driver's seat and they thought that every dip was a buying opportunity, but then ye dip karte hue they have now been submerged under a deluge of long positions. So we got to see whether they will come out of this mess and whether the market itself is going to come out of this mess. So let's go and find out who is going to help us and what are we seeing on the charts so that we can get some clue, some idea, and so that our moods also cheer up. We make money in long or shorts, but then I generally find that people are more happy when the markets are long. So let's go right in and find that on the charts. Now, as we take a look at the charts, we are able to see that there is a very, very clear move from the lows made in November. You can see here that there is a nice trend line which I have drawn here. So you can see that the nice trend line breakdown which emerged. Trendline breakdown emerged on 25th of Jan, and you can see that then once the trendline broke down, there was no stopping Nifty. So we have been speaking about the 14,300 zone, and when that 14,300 zone was given away, the Nifty went down very, very rapidly from 14,300 all the way till 13,800. Yes, that was a support zone which we had spoken about, and 13,800 did arrive. But then when it has come to 13,800, as we have been anticipating, you can just go and take a look at this particular gap zone. So this gap zone was formed towards the end of December. You can see that the markets opened with an upward gap, and this particular gap area had become a very important zone to watch out for. So yes, this was one of the reasons why I had said that 13,800 could be the next support zone, and right at that support zone, what we are finding is that I've used a chart of Nifty Spot because I found that Nifty Spot is a better way to analyze because today is also the expiry. You can see here that at this gap zone you have seen a doji formation. So once a doji has been formed at this gap zone, it definitely indicates that probably there could be some hint of some recovery. So that's what was the scenario as the day ended, and we are definitely looking at some probable scenario of a recovery. Now when the things go a bit awry, we always have to resort to some kind of higher degree of analysis, and that's where the power of Fibonacci comes in. And Fibonacci has been a very powerful tool, and it's also one of my favorites because in times like these when things are a little confusing, it always gives you a very good hindsight on what has really happened and what can we really look at. So now when I take a Fibonacci level, all right, and I draw a retracement from the December low. So what I observe on the Fibonacci, right? Let me just remove this and go for the golden ratio of 61.8. So you can see here right now at 61.8, you are actually seeing a support being formed. So at 61.8, somewhere around 13,750 to 800, you have a very strong support zone. So from the overall prospects, it does look like Nifty has definitely indicated a bottoming out. And if you also take a look at some momentum indicators, why don't we add some momentum indicators here? One of the most simplest and most favorite is the RSI. So let me just change the color a bit out here and increase the thickness. So you see that yes, it has come up till 40. So now if it were to recover from 40, yes, this is a good recovery zone. So yes, it is still not stepped into the bearish territory. It's still holding on and holding on to the ray of hope, right? All of us are extremely bullish, and suddenly over the last few days, the entire bullish wagon has been completely derailed, right? So now looking at the overall sentiment, it is definitely indicating that yes, this is a support zone, a doji formation, and a strong Fibonacci support zone at 13,750. So probably that could be an important zone to watch out for. And let me add some more points here. So if you see here, around December, there were some attempts to cross the zone. It did not happen. And then when it did happen, it happened with a gap. So that is why this support zone in combination with all these elements becomes a very strong area to watch out for. So yes, this is an important support zone. RSI is also dipped to 40, and from 40, if there is a recovery, right, possible recovery, that's what we are expecting, that's what we are hoping. And we with the SGX trading at 14,000. Yes, you heard it right. SGX is trading at 14,000. So there is a probable hint of some recovery. So we had a gap down opening. Tomorrow we can expect a gap up opening. You can see here right now that there is a 14,024 is flashing as I'm recording this video. So now with a gap up opening around the corner, so you could probably have something called as a morning star. So if a morning star formation emerges, so it could be a very strong trended recovery. Is it going to happen? I don't know. Will it happen? Probably yes. So we are caught in ifs and buts, but then what we got to see is the chart pointing us in the right direction? It of course it does. And if you have been watching my videos, I'm sure that you are there on the right track. But then for those who have not been watching, too bad. You got to keep sharing these videos with them so that they know that this kind of structured analysis is not done anywhere on the internet. So now getting back to the most important question, what is our friend NeoTrader telling us? Is he telling us something more? Is he telling us something else? So let's go and find out on NeoTrader what is happening. So if you see here right now, Nifty is at 13,817, right at the pivot, right? Nifty is at the pivot zone. Now it has to go up. Go up to where? Go up to 14,000. It's already crossing 14,000 as we speak. But then that's SGX. But now if it has to go above 13,930 at the bare minimum, Where can it go to? It can go all the way up till 14,110, which is the immediate target zone. Now, if it has got enough room, right? If it has got enough room on the upside, so it could also go till 14,287. But then that's a long call, and you will see here that there is some bit of confluence here between 14110 and 14119, but then that's too far apart. So not much of confluence here because there has been quite a bit of movement, but then tomorrow's target could be around the 14110. And yes, if it's again a very bombastic target, a strong short covering, because we have got the budget session coming up on Feb 1st. So all that could bring in, because all the people who went short today are going to be surprised tomorrow. And if that does happen, then you could expect a more stronger run in Nifty, and those target zones could be 14,300. But then the downside is almost sealed, so you don't have to worry, because S1 is at 13,710, which is 710, 750. So give and take a few points. So that's actually the bottom is sealed right now, and you got to be looking at any kind of dips if it emerges tomorrow to buy into, because the bottom is now sealed for the moment. Now we got to see what happens in the budget. Is there going to be some chocolates, or there is going to be some bomb out there? That is something we got to see on the budget day. But then Nifty is looking in good stead, and yes, the pullback is done. We is done and dusted, and now we got to see what's on the table, and how are we going to take it, right? So now let's move on to Bank Nifty, right? This is Bank Nifty for you, and once again the power of Fibonacci. Fibonacci का magic हमेशा चलेगा, and that's what I believe in. That's what I truly believe in, and you can see here on the Fibonacci level, you are seeing a nice long body candle, right? So tomorrow is going to be the day of Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty is going to come all guns blazing, right? It has witnessed a very sharp fall. Yes, just like Jack and Jill, it had a very bad fall. You can say Jack and Jill, you can say Humpty Dumpty, you can say anything, but then Bank Nifty definitely had a very bad fall. And after falling down, you can see here again the power of gaps. Let me just highlight this for my friends. You can see here this gap area. At this gap area, nice long body candle, a very, very good possibility of Bank Nifty leading from the front tomorrow. So it's going to be an exciting day. Once again, a roller coaster ride. Once again, a day challenging all of us, whether it's going to be a buy opportunity or whether it's going to be a sell opportunity. But then we got to find out that yes, everything can happen. Right, this is what I was mentioning about. Bank Nifty has come into the 78.6 zone, and it is showing us that yes, it is at a very, very good place. So right now, around this gap zone, which I'm marking on the charts, you can see that Bank Nifty is indicating that yes, Fibonacci ka magic zarur chalega, and the way the overall setup is there, both the indices, Nifty and Bank Nifty, has dipped into the 40 zone, and from the 40 zone, it is showing some strong recovery here. So I would wager all my bet on a bullish prospect going into tomorrow. And from the way the overall setup is looking like, yes, it is definitely looking like a positive outlook. And the US markets are also showing some trend to the upside. So all we got to do is maintain our calm, maintain our composure, and we would definitely be able to encash this opportunity of going long. Yes, going long for how long, that we don't know. It's all going to be a very event driven scenario. Tomorrow is once again going to be volatile. February 1st is again going to be a volatile day. So between Friday and Saturday, probably the trend for February is going to be decided. So you got to wait and watch. Don't No need to get into any hurry. But then right now it looks like the bottom is sealed around 30,000 for Bank Nifty, and 14,750 to 800 for Nifty. And now that's what is the whole scenario, and I hope you like what I shared. So you saw on my video, support is needed from the esoteric studies, right? We have been wanting to know what are the key levels to watch out for, And I have always shared in my so many videos the power of Fibonacci levels. Yes, that's what I thought, that when the markets are at sea, when the markets are a little unclear, I always go and touch base with power of Fibonacci. And you saw that how beautifully the levels are getting set and how beautifully the levels are being respected. And that's why I thought that this video I'm dedicating to the power of Fibonacci. I hope you like what I shared, and I hope that you will share this video with as many people as possible, because there is still some hope left in the market, and I'm sure that you will go out there and find out. And as we speak, I've already mentioned that the SGX Nifty is trading in the positive zone. Well, now we got to see whether there is going to be some short covering action, and that could bring back some buy on dips, guys, and take the momentum once again to the upside. But then that's something to watch out for. It's going to be a volatile week in the forthcoming weeks. So let's see how it goes. And I'll meet you again in the weekend edition. Thank you so much for watching. This is Raja Venkatraman signing off. I'm the co-founder of Neo Trader and also your trading influencer. Been in the markets for more than 15 years, happily married with a loving wife and an energetic son who keeps me on the run just like the market.